Hello and welcome back to my craft room. It's been an absolute age, it feels, since I had to go in my Create This book. So I've got about an hour or so is all I've got left today. So I thought I'll at least make a start on another page in here. So this is the page I'm going to work on. Page 22 and 23. Create folds. Fold this page any way you want. So there's two things I'm going to do here. The first one is I'm just going to really quickly fold this whole page up. I don't think I need to worry about anything on the other side. I'm going to fold this whole page up into what we used to call a Meander album. Back in my scrapbooking days I used to make a lot of these, where you'd use one 12-inch sheet of paper, square of paper, and fold it to create this tiny little album. So I need to do a little bit of measuring. I want this to divide neatly into 4, so I'm going to divide it into 3 centimetre sections. I might just have to cut a little bit off this page first so that it will all fold up nicely. So 15 and 6 should be divisible by 3. Hang on. This might be a total cock up. It might not work at all. So I'm just first of all just going to cut this strip off the bottom here to make this a nice easy number to deal with. And I need to mark 3 centimetres here. When it's a 12-inch piece of paper, you know this is going to work because 12 inches divides really nicely. So I'm having to wing it a little bit with this. If it doesn't work, well, hey ho, I'll do something else. Right, so I'm going to cut all the way up to there, and then all the way down from there to there, and then all the way up from here to here, and then I'll start folding. I'm hoping this will make more sense as I go along. I'm going to cut my paper, follow that line, and just stop when I get to where I've marked that 3 centimetres. There we go. And then on the next line I'm going to cut down from this edge instead. I'm going to stop at that 3 centimetre mark. And then now we're going back to cutting from this edge and stopping at that mark. Right, and now we'll see how this goes. I'm going to fold it all up first, and then I'll come back and grab out the pencil lines and add some colour and things. So I'm just going to fold from that 3 centimetre line. I'm going to fold up so I've got a little square, and then I'm going to do a concertina fold, just folding it back on itself and lining up the edges. And I'm just going to concertina this all the way up, keeping my fingers and my toes firmly crossed. This is going to work. Well, it hasn't gone exactly, but you know, this is only my Create This book. It's not a work of art. Let's have you a bit nearer. So yeah, so I folded all the way up to this corner, and now I've got to the corner, I'm going to fold over that way, and then I'm going to start concertinaing my way down to the bottom again. I think it is working. I think it's working. So now I'm down to the bottom edge, fold it down there, and then I'm going to fold back this way and keep going. Right up to the top edge. See, now I'm going to have to, and I had planned to have it just finish there, but then I realised that it wasn't going to fold neatly into squares. So now, do I carry on down here, or do I leave it at this? Probably be a bit more sturdy if I leave it like this, but no, I'm going to carry on. Let's throw caution to the wind. I can always strengthen it with some tape or something if I need to. So I'm just going to concertina my way back down this last strip. So now the whole page, except for this little strip down here, which I might do my black and white stripe on, my favourite black and white stripe down there, to put something underneath to protect this page. The whole page is folded into this tiny square. It does say page 24 now, which is wrong because that's the next page actually. But so what we used to do with these albums then would be we'd tape them in such a way that it created little pockets that you could put things in, but you know, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, I've given it a good think through, and what I'm going to do, I just love the look of it. I just love the look of it like this. So I'm not going to do any gluing it together or anything, because I want to be able to unfold it and look at it like this. I'm going to rub out my pencil marks, and I'm going to add some colour to it, and possibly use some kind of tape or something to strengthen it just a little bit, and then I will fold it up again to store it away. Or if it all becomes a bit too bulky, then I might have to just, you know, leave it like this. I don't know. I really like the look of it. I'm wondering if I could use some. I've got some document tape, which is like a sellotape, which is very clear and matte. I'm just wondering if I could put a strip of that up it, whether it would still fold. So I'm going to have a bit of an experiment with that. So we'll speed through all of that process in a minute. So that's the first part of this page, and then I've done some little sketches of origami cranes. Bring it down a little bit. I've just used my HB sketching pencil to do this, but it has made quite heavy marks where I've gone over and over it. So I'm just going to first of all use my kneaded eraser. It's a bit tricky because this is so bumpy now. One of the prompts I think is actually to try drawing or writing over something bumpy, and I'm doing that. I'm doing that all the time whenever I'm working on a left-hand page. In hindsight, it might have made more sense to do the cover last, but you know, that would be way too sensible. So I'm just using my kneaded eraser just to lift some of that graphite, because I don't want that showing so much. And then I'm just going to go over the lines in a sketchy way, and then I'm going to use my Inktense pencils to add some colour to these cranes. So I will speed through. I'll film this, but I'll speed right through it because it's probably going to take me quite a while. I'll just show you what I'm going to use. I've got my water handy and a couple of paintbrushes. In practice, I'll probably just use this one. I'll pick a couple of these Inktense pencils. They're lovely. You just that's not an Inktense. That's a W.H. Smith water pencil. Where's the Inktense? So, yeah, here's one of the Inktense. One of my favourite colours, fuchsia. I hope they'll work nicely on this paper, and you can just scribble with them and then activate them with water, and the colours are really, really intense. Well, Inktense. Okay, so I'm going to stop waffling and just play you a speeded up version. And this pen that I'm using is a fine liner. It's quite, what is it, a 0.5. Water and fade proof. It needs to be waterproof because I'm going to go in with water on these Inktense pencils, and it's grey rather than black. Okay, I need to let this dry now, and then I'm going to work back into that, I think, with normal colour pencils to get some of the shading. Either that, or I will decide to go for a sketching pencil. So while that's happening, I'm going to see what I can do with this one. I want to put my stripes in. I might just have to fold this up again out of the way. Right, so at the moment that's my folds page done. I'm going to have to find a way to strengthen this, and I might colour the other side as well. In fact, I definitely will. But that's all I've got time for at the minute. What I will do is try and finish this off and put a couple of pictures of the finished thing at the end. I'm still wondering about whether putting anything in the background here or just to leave it more simple for a change. So that's be done for now. I better hurry up and get ready because my son will be here any minute. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hello, it's the next day. I've just popped back to show you how I got on because I finished this all off now. I thought it's better to just come back and show you rather than take photos and faff around. Okay, so here's the finished thing now. I've added some just sort of drop shadows to my origami pieces and decided to leave it white, and then I've tied this I've tied up my little folded booklet. I might not leave it tied up in the book, it's a little bit bulky, but I don't know, I haven't decided anyway. Just so I can show you, I've left it tied up. Woohoo! So I can either leave it all folded into the little Meander album like that, or yeah, so I'm happy with the look of that. You can still read the prompt, which is quite nice for a change. Create folds, fold this page any way you want. And I've covered it with a layer of sellotape on both sides, and then I've gone through and reinforced all the folds with a mixture of using my fingernails and a little plastic paper folder. And then on the other side I've just written fold and done all the dotted lines, which I like the look of that. And I think that will tie in quite nicely with this page, which is create letters. Fill this page with letters, use them for aesthetic value rather than writing words. So I can fill this page with letters, and I think that will tie together nicely. If it gets to be too much of a pain having them like this, I shall just fold them up into the little booklet and tie them up, or maybe make a little square envelope for them. That could work. So that's my take on this page, all done and dusted. Thanks very much for watching. I'm really going now. Bye.